Mashed potatoes are cooking 101. It's not really hard. Everybody pretty much knows how to do this, unless you don't. And in case you don't, well then, here's the thing on mashed potatoes. You really, really, really can't use the instant mashed potatoes. They suck. They're not good. Some are better than others, but this is so simple to do, people. You really just make mashed potatoes. I grew up on potato buds. I didn't even know mashed potatoes came from actual potatoes. I just thought they came from a box. Got old enough and I realized, well, mashed potatoes must be insanely hard to do, otherwise my mom would have made them from real potatoes. It must be hours and hours and hours. No, it's super quick, it's super easy, and I'm going to show you how. By the way, that wasn't a dig at my mom. She had 3 kids, a dog, a house, all the rest of the crap to take care of. It's a miracle we got dinner at all sometimes. But there was always a meal on the table. It might have been potato buds, but we were damn glad to have it. And that's all I'll say about that. All right, so the potatoes have been washed. I got 4 of them here. Washed, peeled. You gotta peel your potatoes. Try to not do that. All right, so to cook them faster, I just cut them in half and cut that in half. Some people will say, cut them smaller, they cook faster. The problem with that is as you cook it, the outside of the potato in contact with the water changes slightly. The inside is different than the outside. If you have too many sides exposed to the water, you're gonna get a different texture in your mashed potatoes. So a lot of people will say just cut them in half. I go one step further, quarter them. Saves you 3-4 minutes, 5 minutes maybe cook time. There you go. There's the hardest part of this whole thing. Now, you put these in water. Has to be room temperature, tap water basically. You don't start them in hot water, don't start them in boiling water. Part of the thing is that you take them like this and you put them in your pot. Pot is not on. It's just sitting there doing what it's about to do. Water, potatoes are here. Water's about that much higher than the potatoes. You just want to have room so the potatoes can kind of move around. Having too much water won't hurt the potatoes. Having too little water probably won't hurt the potatoes. But you don't want too much because then it takes too long to boil. So you just about as thick as the potatoes are, go about that much higher above them. That's about the right amount of water. Okay, so this is here. I'm going to turn this on. She's on. Now we're going to get a bunch of salt. Now this should be salty. There you go. We're done. Wait for that to boil. Let it boil about 10, 12 minutes, something like that, once it comes to a boil. And it's not like a crazy pasta type of boil where it's going nuts. Just a low simmer. So you're gonna, once it comes to a boil, turn it down a little bit. And then we'll show you how to test them when they come out to make sure you know, because there's a trick and I'll show you what it is. All right, so you can see here the potatoes are boiling and looking pretty good, but they are not close to done yet. It's only been probably 3 minutes that it's been boiling, so we'll give it a couple more minutes. And oh, by the way, check this out. This is a kitchen majig. Don't ask me where it came from. Maybe somebody knows. You can leave it in the comments. But it's been in my family for, I don't know, decades. So if you know where to get another one of these things, I would love to get another one. I have tried to look it up. I don't think they make them still. But yeah, kitchen majig. Who knew? But it's like 1950s probably or something like that. The heyday of who knows. All right. See you in a minute. Okay, it's been a couple more minutes. Let's see how our potatoes are doing here. They look lovely. Okay. So they're starting to get a little more translucent around the sides. You stick a knife in the center of the potato, goes in without any resistance, and comes out. That is a done potato. Okay. Now what you do is you take this and you dump it and you carry it in the whole. Much better way. Kitchen majig. Pick it up. Let it sit, let it drain for a second. Steam come off. I put them in there. I know you're supposed to do it in the hot pot and get the steam off because moisture's your enemy and all the... It's, okay, that's getting a little too fancy, alright? Seriously. Would the other be faster? Maybe. This works pretty doggone well. Okay, those are dripped. There you go. Those are done. Perfect. Alright. Potatoes. Now, let's take these over here and start whipping them up. The secret to really great mashed potatoes is 3 things. Potatoes, a good masher, and the proper ingredients. So, the old adage is cold butter, warm milk. Just put about a third of a cup, a little bit more of milk in a mug, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. It's a little better than room temperature, maybe 90 degrees, something like that. It's perfect. I got about a third of a cup of butter. This is a lot of potatoes. That's a lot of butter, but it is unsalted butter, and that's incredibly important. Oh, can't even tell you. God, oh, if you put salted butter in here, oh, it's ridiculous. What are you trying to do? Kill yourself? Oh, it's ridiculous. Okay, now add a lot of salt. Huh? What? Yep. Add a bunch of salt. So why does it matter if you use unsalted butter, Martha? I have no idea. Okay, some pepper. There you go. Now smash your potatoes. Leave the butter for a second. Smash them real good. Oh yeah. This thing is awesome. Probably 50 or 60 years old. I love old stuff. That's product of getting old. Okay, mash these around real good. Seriously, folks, this is as hard as potatoes are. This is not hard. Anybody who's like watching this going, well, of course it's not hard. This video isn't made for you. This is for people that have only ever used the packets. The difference in taste is night and day. I can't even tell you. Okay, so there you go. So that's the mash. You haven't put any butter in yet, or any of the milk, sorry. So it looks a little weird yet. If you like garlic mashed potatoes, what you do is you put a clove of garlic in here, you put it on the stove, and you let it steep for a while. Don't let it boil. Never let your milk boil. It ruins it. But keep it on low, 15-20 minutes. You have garlic milk. It's delicious. All right. I didn't do that. Just pour this in. You can always add more. You can't take it out. So, mash a little. Now they're getting creamy. Oh yeah, not quite there yet, but much, much better. Let's add a little bit more here. I'm making a mess. That's my job. Don't worry, I won't make you clean it up. All right, so if you add a little bit more milk at this point, you're going to get a little bit creamier potato. That looks pretty friggin' awesome to me right there. But there's only one way to tell. You gotta take a spoon or a fork or a flip-flop, taste it. That's pretty darn good potatoes. I would say. Definitely needs a little bit more butter, but you can always do that when you're serving it. If you put a little less in, it gives you an option to put a little more on your plate, however you want to do it. So I think the milk is about right. I still have a little splash in there, a couple tablespoons. I'm not going to put it in here because I think the creaminess is just perfect. And we have just made mashed potatoes. And I just broke that. Are you... Guess you can figure out where that was made. I don't think it was made in Ohio. No. So, anyways, don't buy crappy stuff off of Amazon that's gonna snap and make you look like an idiot. This was pressed out in a union shop someplace in the Rust Belt. Factory's probably fallen to the ground by now, but this thing still works. That is about 6 months old. Doesn't work anymore. Huh. Weird, huh? Anyways, there you go. Mashed potatoes. Congratulations. So, thanks for watching my video. As you can see, I'm hard at work on my next meal right now. So, make sure you subscribe, like, hit the thumbs up, hit the notification bell. There's probably 4 or 5 other things you can do to help. I don't know, share the video, comment, do anything you like. Tell us what you think, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.